out a bit.
3-1. Shohei Ohtani, first Dodger home run. Off the lineup for Dave Roberts today.
You got to pay attention when he is at the plate. You never know. He is closer to a big league milestone.
Kane is in the building.
Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show was out long. Alright, already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on.
Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through they teeth, hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh, put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats, then get busy on they ass. See, that's how that shit down made me, that's how my daddy raised me. It may not be gold, don't let no
go. Here he comes. He's matched the franchise record for a single season with 49. He's one away from the first three. On a 1-2, Ohtani sends one in the air. The other way, back it goes. One of a kind play. One of a kind season. Ohtani starts the 50-50 club.
One in the air for the people ain't here. Two in the air for the father that's there. Three in the air for the kids in the ghetto. Four for the kids that don't wanna be there. None for the niggas trying to hold him back. Five in the air for the teachers not scared to tell those kids that's living in the ghetto that the niggas holding back, that the world is theirs. Yeah, the world is yours. I was once that little boy, terrified of the world. Now I'm on a world tour. I will give up everything, even start a world war for these ghetto girls and boys. I'm rapping around the world for Africa to New.
All right, we got some breaking news out of Los Angeles. Shohei Ohtani has just created another piece of history. This is the Connor McDavid of baseball, the Tom Brady of quarterbacks, the Michael Jordan or the LeBron James of basketball players. Just going to start it off with a hot take right out the gate. Angels fans probably won't be pleased with this. You know, obviously this is definitely a hot take, but I think it's clear to say Shohei Ohtani is the best baseball player of our generation. I think he pretty much solidified that yesterday in a 20-4 victory, which was also a playoff clinching victory for the Dodgers. Ohtani went 6 for 6. He had 2 doubles, 3 bombs, and 2 stolen bases to get to the 50-50 club, the first ever. That's 50 homers and 50 stolen bases. An incredible accomplishment for Shohei in his first year with the Dodgers, and it seems like that 10-year for $700 million isn't the worst decision the Dodgers have made. So, Copel, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I actually don't disagree with what you say about him definitely being the best of our generation, considering the fact that he's been a pitcher for a couple of years too, and then this year he obviously had the surgery on his arm. That's the question I kind of want to pose to everybody is I wonder if 51 stolen bases currently right now after last night, if he, and you know, I wonder if that has to do with him not pitching this year. I wonder if he worked on his base running a little bit more, because if you actually dive a little bit deeper into the statistics, and I don't want to bore people with statistics here, but I mean, he's got 51 stolen bases, and he's actually in the above average for average sprint speed this year. I know that's like a weird stat, but I mean, you wouldn't think of him as a fast runner. He's almost at 50% on reaching a stolen base off of his advancement. So that's pretty good stats right there. He's already in the top of the league for that. And then you just look at his hitting, because we just talked about his base running a little bit, but 51 home runs, he's got 7 games left in the season. So he's already at 51 home runs there. He's in every hitting statistic category. He demolishes the rest of the league. So he's already that dominant of a hitter. I mean, just to give you guys a little bit of an insight on how he's hitting, He's batting 340 on off-speed pitches this season, which is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, you're talking breaking balls, everything that's not a fastball. He's hitting 340, and then 23 of his 51 homers are off of breaking balls. So that's almost half of his home runs are off of breaking balls. Is absolutely absurd. And when you look at his batting numbers and you look at his running numbers and his base running numbers, he's having similar seasons to 2018 Giancarlo Stanton and 2021 Fernando Tatis, which is elite company to be in. I mean, he was already in that company beforehand, but just to put the seasons into perspective on how he's hitting, he has absolutely helped this team to the top of the division. I mean, obviously we kind of figured it considering the strength of the roster. But when you look at who's in that division, I mean, you have the Diamondbacks who are just in the World Series. You have the Padres who always have big names and are always in the mix. The Rockies stink, but you got San Francisco who's always trying to make a name for themselves as well. So it's a tough division. And with him not in the pitching rotation and guys like Bobby Miller kind of showing up and not, pitching as well as we thought they would during the regular season, I think it's absolutely fantastic to see Ohtani still making an effort in other parts of the game, like the base run. You don't hear this every day, every year in the MLB, a 51 stolen bases on top of a player who's also destroying everybody else in the batting category. So I don't think it's that far-fetched to say he is the best of our generation, if not the best ever. And I think, he's got plenty of his career left to determine that. But as of right now, I mean, he is easily the MVP for me this season, and I think that he's given the Dodgers an excellent chance going into the postseason the way he's hitting the ball and running the bases.
Yeah, he is 30 years old. We're assuming there's going to be a lot more baseball being played for Ohtani, especially with that contract, a lot of baseball in Los Angeles. He spent his whole career there, was with the Angels for 6 years before that, and we definitely saw flashes of incredibleness from him. But I think it's just definitely different when you're across the pond. You're playing for a competitive team, a team that's been a top dog for several years. They ended up winning in 2020, the COVID year. But I think this year, having Ohtani, bringing him in, he hasn't even been able to pitch, and they still continue to dominate. They have so many good an all-star team of players. Ohtani, you look at his stats the past couple of years, he hasn't hit 50 homers yet, but he's had a season with 46. He's had a season with 44 with the Angels. Another stat that really caught my eye was Ohtani's WAR, which is wins above replacement, 7.8. That is fifth in the majors. That's a very interesting statistic. That just means that important he is to just have in the lineup. I mean, this is a guy that, is so good, plays so well, plays so hard. But when you have a guy swinging the way that he does and they're expecting so much out of him, it's very easy to sustain an injury. I believe he's played in every game, maybe missed a handful of games this year, but it's been really incredible just to go down the resume of just this season. So obviously we already went over, he's the first 50 for 50 player ever. He's also the all-time home run leader now for the Dodgers, surpassing Sean Green, who had 49. He's the fastest player to ever reach 40-40 season, and just the third Dodger to ever get a 30-30 season, with Matt Kemp, who got that in 2011, and Raul Mondesi in 1997 and 1999. So yeah, we just want to do a quick little video pointing out the excellence of the future Hall of Famer Shohei Ohtani. Definitely going to be coming at you with a bit more baseball content, but we felt like this was absolutely a necessity, a piece of history, and something that I know you baseball listeners are going to appreciate mightily. So thanks again, and stay tuned for more.